Plant the seed and watch it grow. Today's word of the day is a breakdown of the word ceremony. So ceremony is split into two parts: Cere, C-E-R-E, and mony, M-O-N-Y. Cere comes from ceres, which is C-E-R-E-S, which means the seed. Hence why the cerebellum is translated as the seat of war. That is our complex of your brain, your reptilian complex that deals with your instinct, base survival, and your fight or flight. So, and then through phonetics, break down mony into money. Then it becomes the seed of money. Now think about what that means with, a wedding ceremony. To be wed is to be conjoined together. Now, it's interesting because Wednesday is Odin's day. Odin is the great androgyne. He is the joined masculine and feminine, the unified feminine and masculine aspects of the brain. And that is where we get Wednesday from, because it is Woden's day or Odin's day. Odin is the being that joined together his feminine and masculine sides. So, to be wed is to be joined. But a wedding ceremony is to be joined in the planting of the money seed. Now, the reason why I say that is because if you perform a wedding ceremony in the United States, the government, mind control, wants you to get their permission to perform that wedding ceremony. Otherwise, you don't get to reap the benefits of being married. You don't get the tax breaks and all that nonsense. I wish I would have known this stuff before I went through that whole ritualistic ceremony and contracts with the government in order to be able to participate in the idea of holy matrimony with my wife. So the thing that most people don't realize is that when you get a wedding or a marriage license, and go through the wedding ceremony and sign the wedding or marriage license and send it into the government, that government, whatever jurisdiction, whether it's city, county, state, most likely it's a state, they're now a third party in your marriage. And this is actual law too. You can look it up. I don't know the specific law references. I'm still researching the law. But they become a third party in your marriage. They get a say on what kind of tax breaks you get. They get a say on all sorts of things. But the biggest thing is once you have kids, the government's now a third party in your parenting plan. So if you performed that wedding ceremony and you got the government involved, I'd recommend undoing that with a quickness. But that's completely up to you guys. Now think about what it means for a graduation ceremony. When you are graduated from high school or college, you have then been gradually indoctrinated. Now, I'll discuss more about this in a later video on another mind control technique called indoctrination. I'll be releasing that later today as well. But you have been gradually indoctrinated. You've went through the grades of their schooling system. And then they perform a ceremony. You know, it kind of ingrains into the subconscious the idea that you have to keep that going in order to make money. You have to, continue going through their schooling system, go into a university, spend tens of thousands of dollars a year in order to get an education that doesn't really benefit you in the world outside of the realm of money. Unless you're into certain things, like if you're learning mathematics, especially geometry. Geometry is huge, huge, huge. And then learning certain things, like if you learn biology and anatomy and just the way that the body is structured, and then learn about food and learn about health, then those things are obviously beneficial. But again, I'll talk more about this in a later video. But ceremony, the seed of money, it ingrains into our subconscious that we're going to be making money. But that's a very long discussion. Now, I just hope that everyone has a good day today. I mean, obviously, for those that are still stuck in the system, make your money. Like, make sure that you're going to live and survive long enough to get out of this system. But, just do the best you can today. Hope you have a good day.